We're breaking down G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero issues 22 and 23. Espionage, secret missions, and ninja action you won't believe. Lock in. This intel is classified.
And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero comic reaction series. I'm Michael, and alongside me is the Birdman. How you doing, my friend?
Another day, another dollar.
Yeah, that's right. Sounding like
another chance to pre-order a toy
and have it shipped 2 months early.
Yeah. Whoa, there we go. There I am.
Yeah, you sound like Cobra Commander.
Yeah, I'm getting over a respiratory infection. So
I'm sorry, man. We got
speaking of Cobra Commander.
Yeah.
Did you order battle armor, Cobra Commander?
I did. This was one of the rare waves where I ordered everything.
Everything? Wow.
So yes, I did.
You ordered Major Blood too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought the details brought his like armor out and like kind of made the figure pop a little bit more than the first release, but
okay.
Yeah. We got let me just run down to see who's in the chat. We got Door in the house. Hail Cobra. We got Video Power Gaming. Good evening, friends. We got Warren Newman. Hello. We got Cobra Emperor 6, G.I. Joe O-Ring Collector Delta 17, who we also see on our regular streams along with everyone else here.
That's a long name, my friend.
I know, it's great. It's great. We got Jim Smith. Hello, folks. And oh yes, I saw Warren already. Billy Butch 1980. Howdy to you too. All right. We got issue number 22 with a fun cover.
Isn't it?
It is. It is. I like it. It's like Destro's playing with an actual Cobra Rattler toy.
Well, would you buy a green Cobra Rattler?
I'd buy any color Cobra Rattler.
True.
True, especially if it was classified scale.
Tiger Force colors, Night Force colors, Sky Patrol colors.
Tiger Force colors, yes.
Eco Warriors colors.
No. I draw the line. Warriors, sorry.
Ninja Force colors.
Oh god. No. Don't make me do it, Birdman. Don't make me do it. All right, we got a splash screen, and it is called Like Chimney Sweepers Come to Dust. We're back at Fort Wadsworth, which is an awesome name for a fort. And
of course, there's a big hole in the ground, and they're like, "Well, what happened?" They're like, "The boiler exploded." Don't you know?
I know. Wait, what? Wait, but all the boilers exploded, right?
Yeah, all the propane tanks too.
Right.
In fact, everything just exploded. It's just
everything just is a hot mess.
Everything. This is all. It's all.
This is mop up episode. Dora would totally buy a neon colored Rattler. That'd be very cool.
It would be kind of cool.
Yes, it'd be very unique, or unique, as they say in Pirates of the Caribbean. But I think that means something else. Warren Newman just got his new Hordak, and he is awesome. I just opened mine too, and he is freaking cool. All right. All right, we got Scarlet and Hawker looking over the plans for a new pit when Clutch and Breaker come up. There's kind of a funny exchange between all the Joes there with Scarlet.
Of course, Clutch and Scarlet seem to not like each other still.
Yeah. But yeah, it's it's interesting that they got to rebuild this whole freaking place. But yeah, I like when Scarlett says, you know, in your case, I grew fond of your absence, because sometimes doesn't make the heart grow fonder. But man, they got a lot of work to do. The Joes are working on all the damaged pit. They need to reinforce all the lower levels, and they got to close up because the rain's coming in.
Yeah, and what do you think about Gung Ho just being like hammering away with his hands?
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool. I mean, that's how I get the job done at home.
Yeah, I mean, whenever I need to hang up a new picture, I just, sometimes I'll just hit it with my head, because
yeah. We got Billy Butch saying Fort Wadsworth is real. It's a historic base now, but New York National Guard has a footprint there. That is awesome. I did not know that. And knowing is half the battle. I like it.
Field trip.
I like it.
Field trip.
Yeah, we could totally do a field trip. Ooh, we got Big M sneaking in here. What's up, everyone? He got his Hordak in as well. That's awesome.
I didn't even order Hordak. I feel kind of left out.
Well, there's still a chance. It's the FOMO. The FOMO is real and it's creeping in.
Speaking about FOMOs and comic books, that Transformer Kickstarter.
Yeah. You backed it?
No, it's $300. Right. But I've thought about it.
But you did back something else G.I. Joe related recently, though, right?
Did I?
I thought you did, or at least maybe you were just showing it to me. It was that.
Dude, I show you so much stuff. I can't.
I know, it's just coming out my ears.
Yeah.
No, it's that from the people who made the 3D Joes. It's that new little mini book.
Oh, the action figure guide. Yeah, that looked pretty cool.
Well, check this out. Studio Hinge is here. I'm here for G.I. Joe number 23, my very first issue. That is so freaking cool.
Do you still have it, Studio?
That's really neat. Better.
I know for a fact I do not have the first comic book I ever bought.
I don't either, because I never bought any.
Yeah. So we got what, CoverGirl and that
Snow Job.
Yeah, he just looks so weird and green.
He does.
And he's got white hair instead of red hair. And CoverGirl don't really look like CoverGirl, but I don't.
Nope. She's they're working on cleaning up the living quarters. And there's the funny exchange between Snow Job and CoverGirl. You almost had me go. Wait, I can't do the women voice. You got to do the voice, but you probably can't right now because.
Yeah, not very well.
That's okay. I won't try because I don't hold a candle to that.
Tune in next week.
All right. For our non-stream because I'm busy again. All right. Flash. Holy cow. 300 American is okay. 415 Canadian. What? Okay. All right. Fine.
For the Transformers, are you backing the Transformers set?
We'll just abbreviate CEG OCD. All right, Flash and Short Fuse are working on cleaning up the computer bay. They were waist deep in water. Holy cow.
But Torpedo's fixing the water, and of course he's decked out. Everyone's decked out in their normal gear except for
Snow Job.
Snow Job. It's
maybe they just didn't know how to, maybe they couldn't put him in his dress whites, and maybe he actually is gray. He just uses Just for Men and colors it red. Maybe that's an Easter egg in here.
Zorana colors her hair pink.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that ain't natural. And do the curtains match the drapes, Birdman?
Who said there's any drapes?
Oh boy. All right, we got Grunt driving Snake Eyes back to McGuire Air Force Base, and they are meeting none other
In the
than
APC?
yes. I love the APC. That was a staple in my hot tub because it floated.
Can we get a classified APC?
We probably could. Probably could. There were bubbles in my hot tub, but no big brown sharks.
Okay.
For any of you Eddie Murphy fans.
So Snake Eyes and Wild Bill are going to fly Quinn's body in a kayak out to get buried at sea.
Yeah.
So we are reminded once again that Quinn was killed a couple issues ago, and I'm still not over it all these years later.
I'm sorry. It's like kind of rubbing salt in the wound, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like they give him a good send off. Yeah, and then Scarlett's like, "Holy crap, there's a major overhaul of the pit." But it's gonna take a long time to build.
6-story office building underground and in secret.
Yeah, holy crap. Do you see this thing?
Yeah.
Wow. And why is there a nuclear generator like at the bottom? Like, don't those usually, or I guess it's probably safer down there, right? Because if you strike it, then there would be no more GI.
Well, I mean, it is a comic book.
That's true. That's true, but yeah, I had to noodle through that one. I was like, okay, I guess it makes sense to have a nuclear electric generator.
I mean, okay. Did the Havoc make much sense to anybody?
Nah, it totally did to me.
Okay.
Jedi Ben is here and he is late, but that's all right. But yeah, it's a cool top secret full page diagram of the new and improved pit. I mean, the best thing about this is it has an administration level. Like that's the main thing right here, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would so buy that as a playset.
I want to buy an admin building playset. It's like that skyscraper in Big that turns into a robot.
Yes.
I would buy that too. All right. Hawk tells the Joe that they got to get as much done as they can today because they are going to. Oh, this is another reminder, which I'm not super sad about, General Flagg's funeral.
Yeah.
Some people just got to go. Not to be like cruel or crass or trite or anything like that. I'm just saying. But
then deep in Cobra headquarters.
Cobra Command.
I think Cobra Commander shooting targets is like his favorite thing ever. Like, I'm busy, Destro. Get that target up there. Like, I want you to know the new Tank Smasher prototype, which is a little bit different from the toy, slightly.
Yeah, just a little bit. Where is mine? Yeah, I do. I kind of like the engines up there. Actually, I mean, it's a little bit different. There's no you can't see a Gatling gun, but I think the Tank Smasher was referenced in one of the patches in the classified HasLab, referencing the comic book, because I think they called the Rattler patch the Tank Smasher, which was a throwaway level for this HasLab, but it's actually quite cool. I dig it. If they go the way of Masters of the Universe, they could be like, oh, let's create actually Super 7 could totally make these vehicles the way they were in the comics. But Yeah, so he's basically saying, yeah, they're going to send the prototype out, despite it being a prototype. They're sending it to Arlington to get the Joes as they're attending Flag's funeral. And meanwhile, in Switzerland,
Major Blood is wheeling around the Baroness, who is cosplaying as the bride of the mummy.
I love it. Jedi Ben says, "Patches, we don't need no stinking patches." Yeah, that was a good mummy job there. Yeah, she's got to get a lot of work done.
She's getting some plastic surgery.
Yep, skin grafts and whatnot. And this is probably the page that you are most saddest about in this issue, but I don't want to speak for you.
Well, I feel like I must speak for Snake Eyes because he cannot speak for himself.
Yeah, well, actually, Wild Bill does a good job narrating.
He does.
But kind of, I like the panels, the three at the bottom where the sun's coming up out of the clouds.
Yeah, and the kayak just floats off into.
Yeah. Pour out some A&W Root Beer Zero for Quinn.
And then the next day in Arlington, we get another funeral.
Yep. Yeah, this is just a really uplifting issue. Yeah.
It's almost like the silent issue all over again until.
Yeah, the 4 panels on the bottom here are pretty cool. It's like there's a little, you can kind of see something in the distance. It's getting a little clearer. And then it's like, uh-oh, there's that Rattler. Or the Tank Smasher. I don't think they actually reference this as a Rattler in here, do they?
Rattler, Cobra Command, I have visual contact with the target. Missiles are now armed. 5 seconds to launch.
There we go. That's how
3 seconds.
Oh, Rattler.
2 seconds.
All right.
1 second. Then rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And guess who it is? Bitches. Roadblock and Duke.
Roadblock and Duke, baby. Yep, they are making their first appearance in this comic. Roadblock is standing proud. Yeah, it's so funny. There are some panels where there's just zero dialogue. This is like the 4th or 5th one. You don't need one with a smoking 50 cal machine gun.
I know. And they both look so happy.
Yeah, I mean, Roadblock is pretty proud of himself.
Yeah, he's like, dude, look what I did.
I mean, look at that thing. It's wasted. And then Roadblock introduces himself. They called me Roadblock. I'm the new heavy machine gunner on the G.I. Joe team. Well done.
And Rock and Roll's like, you must be like the biggest badass motherfucker around. He's like, yeah.
Wait, did you have a different issue than mine?
I mean, that's what mine says. It's just got more letters. You just gotta like sort through the letters.
Oh, you got the extra expanded Kickstarter. Okay, I didn't get that one.
Yeah.
Got the regular one. Oh boy. Yeah, and then Duke introduces himself. Says I'm gonna.
It's like a hard ass,
I mean, you kind of have to. He's coming in. He's got to insert himself. I'm gonna make the sorry lot of you into soldiers. After they just mowed down a plane right out of the sky.
And then we get one more funeral.
Yep.
Dr. Venom being buried, I guess, in just unmarked grave, mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it says Dr. Venom. I was hoping that he actually wasn't dead, but I guess,
I'm pretty sure a hand grenade going off at your feet, take care of the job.
Yeah, it would. It would. But that was a fun issue.
It was the funeral issue.
Yeah. It was depressing, but it had to be done. There's a lot of cleaning up loose ends in this issue. We got the pit getting rebuilt. We got to say goodbye to the Birdman's favorite couple characters so early too. Good Lord. I mean, as a kid, were you just like, ah!
Well, I think as a kid, I still hadn't quite figured out that every year we get a new batch of stuff yet,
Oh, okay.
It took a while for that to like sink in, but
yeah. Cobra Emperor 6 might be more interesting to add your own lines. Actually love it when you do that. So more of that, please.
I will put forth some effort.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. Children, do not watch this show.
Yes, when the Birdman is putting in force and effort, do not watch this show. Did you? So actually, question before you question me. Did you ever think that they would make a Dr. Venom when you were a kid, or like a Quinn? Like once you saw like the stuff.
I still expect to find them on the toy aisle at some point. I mean,
were you like, Mommy?
I kept looking at the back of the package covers. We're like, well, maybe it'll be a mail away offer, and I'll have to wait 6 weeks, which is like forever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, as a kid, jeez.
Oh my Lord.
6 weeks just goes like by like that as an adult. I'm like,
I know.
It's almost like, May already. Holy cow.
I mean, is it, or is it almost July?
It's almost the end of the year.
No. I mean, I got to buy your Christmas presents. That.
Same here. Christmas is coming.
Just like Savannah.
Oh boy. All right. On to issue number 23. It's a very different illustration style for a cover. Yeah,
Cobra Commander looks so velvety.
He does. I just want to like touch him.
Pet Cobra Commander. Like, ooh, is that velvet?
Yeah. Do you like when you touch velvet and it kind of like changes to like the lighter color? Like I just kind of do that. It's like, when you vacuum.
Yeah.
It like changes the
color.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Because you do it.
Okay. So a flocked dress suit hooded Cobra Commander.
Flocked. Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty primo. Yeah, we wouldn't be getting him in his style in this version here, because I don't think they'll make a version like that anymore. But customizers out there could flock the fuck out of him. But we got Clutch, Roadblock, and Cobra Commander are in the cover because they are prominently featured in this issue.
Did you have the OG Roadblock growing up?
Yeah.
Was he a top tier character for you?
No.
No?
No, I mean he kind of no, the top tier characters for all the Cobras, because the Cobras just annihilated all the G.I. Joes. Roadblock. Oh. His heavy cal machine gun was great, but he ended up dying pretty much every night. Just rinse and repeat.
I always liked Roadblock, I guess because he was pretty predominant in the comic for a while, and of course the cartoon. And he was a cool action figure. He had a good pack out.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he had the backpack with the ammo box too.
The ammo box and the machine gun and the tripod and the helmet, and he had like the gloves on. Yeah, and I always paired him up with Duke because of the comic book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is interesting because like I never had that context, and so I just kind of mimicked what I saw in the cartoon. But that's really neat to hear how people played with their toys and we're still doing it now. We got Jedi Ben. I got Roadblock at Kroger, the Kroger grocery store.
Wow.
Middle of the store left. Wow, that's a great memory. Middle of the store, left side of the aisle. That's very specific, Jedi Ben.
My Kroger never had any G.I. Joes. They had like G.I. Fred,
Did they have the knockoffs?
some knockoff toy, yeah.
Did they have the mask line there?
Oh, all I remember is at the grocery stores, knockoffs, or like knockoffs of knockoffs. It wasn't He-Man, it was like Barbarian Dude.
Barbarian Door. Cobra Emperor 6, Roadblock and Flint are awesome figures.
Oh, I don't know about that Flint thing. No. Mm-mm.
The 86 Roadblock.
OG Roadblock all the way.
Yeah, the 86 one he was in that kind of the silver gear with the kind of green and silver and red.
Yeah.
Type of outfit. But All right. We got Cobra Commander captured at last. No job is keeping an eye on the Baroness as she's getting.
I mean, wouldn't we all keep an eye on the Baroness from afar with binoculars?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe when she takes her bandages off. I don't know. But no, she's a hottie even underneath the bandages. So yes.
And Snow Job even says, Duke, this is Snow Job. I've made visual contact.
And look, he's got his Just for Men, and he's got.
Yeah, he's like, dude, I gotta look younger for the Baron.
He's made visual contact. What is there's an asterisk there. It says issue number 16-D. What
that was the attack in the Treasury building.
Oh god, okay. So they're referencing stuff that happened in other. Interesting. Okay. Like if you didn't have that one, or if you just wanted to go back and check it out.
Yeah, or you couldn't remember it, or like, what are they talking about? Now you know what you got to track down.
Yeah. All good, Billy Butch. Keyboards are hard and stuff like that. No need to apologize. We're just happy you're here. All right, we got Duke telling him to hold position if he's if she's there. All they got to do is wait for Cobra to show up and get her. But it's kind of cool that Duke and Roadblock are sitting in a cafe undercover talking into a suitcase or a briefcase or whatever. That's really undercover.
Yeah. Now, would you buy this version of Major Blood? Alps vacation attire?
I mean, maybe like if Hasbro was like Mattel, they could come out with outfits and stuff like that. But no, that one does not do it for me. What about you? Actually, this you might dig this one, huh?
I think I'd have to pass.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay then. But oh my gosh, the funniest parts in here is when Roadblock starts to diss on the food in the cafe. Waiter.
Hey, whoops. Oh, hang on one second. Keep talking.
Oh, no worries. I can still hear you. So, all right. Anyway, one of the funniest panels in here is when Roadblock says, "Waiter, this pâté de maison is a disgrace to the cheese it shares the board with. If you throw it far enough north, they will call it liverwurst." I like that. A little comic relief in there. And yeah, it's just kind of funny where he just is complaining about the quality of the food while they're undercover trying to track Major Blood. Dor, yes, Roadblock does have some style in that suit. I have to agree. He shops where I shop because that's the kind of suit that I would wear. Just kidding. And all right, so we are back at the pit, and the Joes are tracking the Baroness with a beeper that they placed in her while she was unconscious. So now, how does that work, everybody, when you're getting reconstructive surgery and you have this beeper? Like, when had that been discovered when she got reconstructive surgery, or did they implant it in her skull? I don't know. But Cobra Emperor 6 says liverwurst, like liver pate. That's not too bad. Oh, there you are. Sorry, I totally forgot I had to add you back in. I'm used to
I came into like I don't know, like the most awkward time. He said, like, she's unconscious and it's inside her. I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, tell me how they put that beeper in her.
You probably inject it through like the base of the skull at the top of the spinal column with a very large syringe.
Interesting.
I'm not that I've done that, but I mean, I imagine.
You also play a doctor on TV, so I mean, it's not beyond.
I mean, Dr. McFeelgood, ER.
Dr. McFeely Pants. But anyway, Duke asks for backup, and he is denied. Hawk needs everybody at the pit working to get it secured and rebuilt again.
Can't they just contract that out?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's pretty top secret. But you could have like Cobra infiltrate like with the contractors. That could make a cool episode or a cool issue.
Good. Clutch is over here is like the cover girl. Say we could pull into a dark, secluded alley and pretend to be making out. Wink, wink. Like, try, Clutch. Let's take our chances in the open. And then Clutch is like, well, little lady, if you want to make out in the open, I'm okay with that too.
Oh boy. Yep.
I'm missing that panel in this comic. I haven't been able to find that one where they're making out.
No, I think that that was only for the like extra tier.
Okay.
Anyway, we got Major Blood calling Cobra Commander and demanding a ransom for Baroness in his silence. But don't you hate it when, you pay somebody to do something and then you just got to go out and do the job yourself?
Yeah. And like Cobra Commander's being mean. He says his poetry stinks.
I know. You don't, out of all the things, you don't diss a man's poetry. That's all I'm going to say. Right?
True.
True that.
Like, here's a poem for you, Toy Habits. Roses are red, violets are blue. You don't have a USS flag. Why do you hate ninjas so much?
that read more like haiku. I love it. See, that was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You should go down to your local open mic and just I was gonna say free ball, but that's not what it is. It's something else. I mean, you could go free ball. I ain't gonna stop you. All right, so Cobra Commander comes out of his hideout thinking about Major Blood and how horrible, still going on about how horrible of a poet he is. And he hops in a car, and the driver takes him to a luggage store and the bank, like of all places. That's where he wants to go.
Well, I mean, you got to get luggage,
But wouldn't his luggage be branded already?
It better be. It better be blue with a giant red cobra on it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. And we got Clutch and Cover Girl climbing a face of a mountain to get up the snow job so they can all watch from a distance. Major Blood goes to see the Baroness. He's got a present in his hand too. It's nicely wrapped in a white box with a ribbon.
And like Duke is all dressed up like a pimp.
Yeah. Yeah. So is Roadblock too. I mean, Roadblock he's looking pretty super fly. He's looking pretty dope. And then Roadblock is still complaining about the food.
He is a gourmet chef.
Yes. I found these panels like hilarious. Does your Garde manager generally allow you to drench the sorbet citron with tinned raspberry sauce? No. No. Well, here's some a nickel's worth of free advice from Cobra Emperor 6. It's not hard to get a USS flag. It's not, because you texted me one today that was complete for a price. And it's like, ready to check out? No, hell no. You can get a mighty deal of 70 to 80% complete, but it still might be worth it.
I got an offer from a guy off eBay for $1,700 today.
Okay, in the chat, would you take that? Would you, if you had the money to spend? We're not talking like, if you don't have the money to spend. Like if you had the money, would you do it for $1,700? All right, let's do it.
Yeah. And like what would like everyone's cutoff be like? If money was no option for USS flag, what's your cutoff?
Nothing. Money was no object. It would be, well, money has to be somewhat of an object.
I mean, I saw one on eBay for $50K, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Okay,
no.
Yeah. Even if you had the money, like, yeah,
no,
that's not the way to go. All right, we got Cobra Commander's car pulling into a plane with a Gucci bag full of $2 million. And Major Blood has brought her the Baroness her new outfit.
Wow.
To match the, I mean, kind of action figure. I mean, I guess it's blue, but I guess is it supposed to be black? Yeah. So
yeah, and she's like,
leather, but it looks
it's blue. Black leather that becoming on me. He said, the clothes are but to garnish. It's like,
Oh my God. Jedi Ben is a pimp. I have 2 flags and need a Defiant. Wow. That's
damn. Awesome. Pimp of the Year award goes to you.
Jedi Ben.
How do you get 2 flags but no Defiant?
Interesting. I got 2 Terradromes. I think I'm actually getting rid of one.
No.
I need 2 of them.
You do.
Okay. All right. Offer 8 to 900 for a complete one. You would get denied.
I guess it would depend how bad the guy needs to offload it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you got to pack that shit up and send it off too.
I can't imagine shipping that.
No. I mean, how'd they get it? And like, the box was pretty compact, as I recall. I mean, it was big. It had a big footprint, but it wasn't like, a giant HasLab box.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. We got the Baroness revealing her new uniform and her reconstructed beauty, which is nice. And she's got a ticket.
She looks about the same to me.
Yeah. But she's still gorgeous.
She's no Zorana.
That's true. She's no Zorana. I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, which you do.
Oh, by that kind of stuff, you mean beautiful women who don't exist?
Yes. It's all right. All right. We got the Joes are able to see that Major Blood has a ticket to Aluka and they know where they're going next. Roadblock is a heck of a lot happier with the food now, which is nice.
And guess who comes strolling into the restaurant?
Nah. Is it Cobra Commander?
The Masked Marauder, what a splendid costume.
Yeah, if there's a costume ball and a huge celebration throughout the city, like even if Cobra Commander showed up in his actual outfit, he'd blend right in.
Yeah, but then the real Cobra Commander shows up a few panels later.
Yes, there he is. He walks right by Duke and Roadblock.
But just north of Luca.
My name is Luca.
Luca, you gotta sing the rest of the song.
I live on the second floor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, just north of Luca. Oh, we got Major Blood back in his normal gear. I like it.
Yes.
Yes, Les. Yes. We got Clutch and CoverGirl chasing after the Baroness and Blood, who have picked up a bunch of gangsters with Tommy guns.
Of course, because it's Italy, right?
Yeah.
Positive racism.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, I was not expecting this at all.
And Clutch crashes the Porsche.
Yeah, why would you do that? That's a cry and a shame. But it's funny that the whole town thinks it was a theatrical stunt and everybody applauds.
Those crazy Europeans, you know how they are.
Yes. All right, Duke and Roadblock see the Baroness in Blood and they start drawing their weapons.
Where was that 50 cal being hidden at?
We'll see. But Major Blood has the best quote in Return of the Jedi from Admiral Akbar. It's a trap!
A trap.
Yes, and that 50 cal was held up in all places in a guitar case. That'd be a pretty big guitar case, wouldn't it?
Would.
It'd be like maybe like
cello?
a cello. Yes, I was just thinking about that. Cello case. But Blood sees them and somehow recognizes the new Joes. Like they're new. It's like, how would you? And they're in disguise, but whatever. It's a comic. But yeah, this is where it starts to get. It starts to kind of go a little crazy. Roadblock just fills that nice classic car with bullet holes, and everybody goes diving. But it allows Blood and the Baroness to escape. So mission accomplished, right? He's swinging it like a baseball bat. I like that. Yeah, so Blood and the Baroness meet up with Cobra Commander and his driver as the money is about to be handed over, and the driver reveals himself to be
Storm Shadow.
No, freaking ninjas.
And he gets to murdering people.
Oh yeah, real quick, like Storm Shadow.
And going to kill Major Blood, but Baroness pulls a gun on Cobra Commander.
Dang. Right between the eyes, too. Look at that. And then Clutch and Cover Girl are back on the road and see Snowjob driving the Vamp.
Where'd the Vamp come from exactly?
It came right from this page.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question. It just kind of showed up out of nowhere. Like the toys do and the characters, they just kind of get introduced out of nowhere, right? Like Roadblock and Duke. They're like, hey, I'm new. I'm going to take down this prototype Rattler with my 50 cal. And Roadblock makes his way into the room to see Cobras all threatening each other, and the Baroness takes Cobra Commander hostage and leaves out the back door.
Would you want to take Cobra Commander hostage?
No.
Yeah.
Because it would just not end well for you.
I'd just be like, hey, look, let's just call it a day.
Let's go back to the Terradrome.
Yeah.
Call it a day. Can have some wine.
But Roadblock and Duke are taking on Storm Shadow and Major Blood, which is an interesting combo. I never really paired Blood up with Storm Shadow as a child.
No, I didn't either. I did have Major Blood, though. I think he was very abundant on the pegs where I was. Abundant. And we got Clutch and Cover Girl are hot on the heels of Cobra Commander and the Baroness. This is a great point, Cobra Commander or Cobra Emperor 6. They sure seem to cram a lot into one page of a comic. They kind of do. They do. There's a lot of stuff going on, too, in this comic.
Yeah.
Or in this issue, I would say. Storm Shadow tells Major Blood they will follow them in the parade float, and Snowjob pulls the Vamp into the building to pick up the other Joes. And we see Storm Shadow drop a chandelier on them to detain them. I mean, that's my first weapon of choice.
Always.
Yeah. Yeah. And, of course, the Vamp fits right out the front door of a building. I mean, it's the most compact vehicle they have.
They're double doors.
Yeah, there we go. No Dive, new figure name. Awesome. Yes.
But then we get, so we've got Baroness and Cover Commander in the limo being chased by Clutch and Cover Girl in a Porsche, being chased by.
They got a new Porsche?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's I don't know, it's kind of beat up.
All
being chased by Major Blood and Storm Shadow, and a dragon float being chased by a Vamp.
I was gonna say you can't write this stuff, but somebody did.
Someone did, and Larry Hama did.
That's right. That's right.
And of course, the Porsche crashes again.
Dang, that Porsche doesn't have a
dragon gets knocked off of the float.
Yeah, which actually I think is very helpful to Storm Shadow and Major Blood.
And then Clutch and Cover Girl commandeer a scooter.
Yeah, from that poor couple.
And like everyone's just kind of after Cobra Commander, right? I mean,
yeah. And then we got some other things coming down the way too, coming down the road.
A cement truck.
Yep. Headed straight for all the action. Hits the Vamp, tipping it over. And they take the opportunity to like shuffle everybody around in this one. So now Clutch drives with the Vamp with Roadblock, and the rest of the Joes are now following in a cement truck. This is crazy. It's pretty nuts. But of course, Clutch has to make up for lost time to catch Cobra Commander. So what does he do? I mean, what would you do in this situation?
I just like drive off a cliff. I mean, you know, hey.
I mean, if you're in a Vamp, the first thing that they teach you in G.I. Joe school is to drive off the cliff.
I don't remember mine ever flipping over, so I think there's sound logic to this.
Yes, I think so too. Yeah. I mean, everything you learned from G.I. Joe comics, right?
It did have a wide wheelbase.
It did.
And a relatively low center of gravity. So flipping over would be difficult.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you know, physics. Don't lie.
Physics, bitch.
Yeah.
Then we got Roadblock being a literal roadblock and standing in the road with his 50 cal shooting at the limo. Which, I don't know about your car, but my car would probably explode if that happened.
Well, this is a comic book. This isn't real.
Oh, right. Dang. Okay, fine. I keep forgetting that. Sorry. All right. And the last page, we have Cobra Commander exiting the car. The Baroness bails out and jumps onto the skeleton of the float with Major Blood and Storm Shadow. So, all right. But she was smart enough to take the money with her. So we gotta give her that. You know, like what soundtrack I had running in my head, like as all this was going on? Bet you can't guess.
No.
TV show from the 80s. The Benny Hill Show.
Oh my God.
Like the last like 5 pages of this was just like I could totally hear the soundtrack of Benny Hill going. Oh, the Steve Miller Band. Okay, Fly Like an Eagle. Maybe when Clutch is running off the face. That's a good one. I like that. That was smart. Yeah. So we had an action-packed adventure. We had a fun car chase, some espionage, some blackmail, and what does it end with? Cobra Commander getting caught. So they fulfilled their promise.
Which sets up a really great issue for next issue.
Oh boy. Well, I'm excited about that.
I'm not trying to spoil anything. But we get an introduction of Firefly.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
Not that he really does anything, but
what? Come on now. Come on now. Door yakety sax. Yakety sax. Oh, take the money and run. That's a good one. Boom, take the money and run. Sweet. Well, those were 2 really fun issues. I dug them. Now I'm gonna go play with my G.I. Joes like the comic. That's why it's such a mess in my room, because I play with my toys after each show and I never clean them up. But I will sadly be missing next week's episode because I got to be in San Francisco all week for work.
But we'll be back the following week.
Yes, we will. We will. Are there any good Star Wars comics? Oh, I'm sure there are.
like the original Marvel run. Maybe they'll do a Kickstarter compendium for those.
Yeah, I would probably buy those. I think
I would drop 300 on those for sure.
Yeah, I'm more interested in the Star Wars canon than Transformers. To be honest, if I had to spend money,
It's like I want to go in on the Transformer Kickstarter, but at the same time, I'm just like, it's like right now at this point in life, that's like, it's kind of hard to swallow 300 on that.
Yeah. I mean, plus it's going to take us like 10 years to get through this one, so we could have the Star Wars one in the back seat for when we finish this. When we're like 60 or something. That sound good?
I don't think your math is quite right. If this is going to take us 10 years, why would either of us be 60?
I don't know. My math is never right.
I think we'd be more like 23, 24.
Yes. Pardon me. But yeah, looking forward to some more G.I. Joe comics and just characters getting introduced out of the blue, which is
and we're at the 2-year mark of the comic book now.
Wait, this is 2 years?
Issue 24.
Damn.
1 issue a month. That's 2 years.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, to wait was it a long time to wait as a kid for like a month?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you go back to the same place to get them?
Pretty much. Yeah. It was the Bookland bookstore in the mall.
Oh wow. Well, I don't got them memories, but we'll just make them now.
Yeah.
We'll make them.
And you and I got invites to be on another YouTuber's show.
Yeah. That was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting. Topic I'm super stoked about.
All right, I'll share. Destro's my spirit animal has invited both of us to do a show with him about the Inhumanoids, which is Toy Habit's most favorite toy ever.
Yes. Spoiler alert. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know what rock I was living under, but I never got exposed to the Inhumanoids or even saw them in the stores. Sorry, I've disappointed you. Sorry. I'm just a disappointment.
It's all right. I'll still be your friend.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. We will catch you in a couple weeks when we run down 24 and 25.
24 is like a really great issue.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it.
And then we get Zartan coming out.
Oh, damn.
Water Moccasin coming out.
Oh shit. All the fun, all the wonderful toys. So, all right, y'all. Well, have a great, this is always a great start to my Monday and week. So hope everybody has a fantastic week. And Birdman, you get that respiratory thing under control.
Yes.
All right. Have a good night, everyone. And we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yo, Joe.
Yo.